Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Common Man's Compass with David
and Justin. This is a great podcast, guys. It's a podcast navigating life, faith, and everything in between. A conversation where anything goes. You never know what we're going to talk about. There's no telling. But we always try to keep God in it and keep God involved.
And we're glad you're here.
Hey, everybody. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
Justina, how are you?
Enjoying my 3-day weekend.
Yeah? Well, I had a 2-day weekend.
A 2-day weekend?
Technically, I had a 1-day weekend. Because I worked my real job, and then I went with Zach to a concert yesterday, and I worked a little bit there. So today is my day off, and I'm licking my wounds. But yeah, it was a fun weekend, though. How was your weekend?
It wasn't too bad. I just kind of, I don't normally just get to relax, and I kind of got to just relax a little bit, which was nice. I just kind of, I'm not going to lie, laid around.
Right. I wish that Memorial Day had more, like, we're almost there. We used to have, like, Memorial Day was, like, the pregame to the 4th of July.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's just like, oh, I got a day off. Like, nobody really cares about it. But I do want to say shout out to all the veterans. Thank you for letting us. You know, because without them, we wouldn't have a platform that we could just talk stupid on there and get away with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't walk down the street and say, hey. But shout out to them. You're awesome. Texans support veterans.
We certainly do. All day.
Throw out a new quote there.
Without doubt.
All right.
If you're in Texas and you don't support the veterans, I don't think you belong in Texas.
Well, it depends on what part of Fort Worth are you at. Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah, you know, that's part of our subject.
Apparently, there's an invasion over there you were talking about.
Yeah, there is. And it's starting to hit the news. I've been seeing a few things on social media as well where they've come across stuff where they've it's a plan that they actually have, from what I understand. And I hope I'm not misquoting it, but
yeah, there was a guy standing at the pulpit saying they came to our country and they took our mosque, so we're coming over to America.
Pretty much. Well, I say I hope I'm not misquoting, because I don't want someone to come in and be like, you're wrong, and then, you know, I am wrong. So I want to make sure people understand this is what I've read, this is stuff I've seen. If you've seen different, let me know. But so far,
I'll put you on the show. We'll talk about
come on with it, you know, because we've kind of done our homework on this one. But,
right.
But yeah, no. So yeah, what's happening is a lot of the Dallas. I'm not sure as much about the Fort Worth area, but a lot of the Dallas, you can call it Dallas Fort Worth, same thing. They're so close. Once you cross from one to the next, you don't know.
Well, there's so many suburbs in between.
Yeah.
So it's like,
when you go from Dallas to Fort Worth,
it only takes you 40 minutes.
I don't live there, so if I go from Dallas to Fort Worth, I don't even realize that I've left Dallas.
Yeah, you know, it's only a 40-minute drive.
Yeah, only.
Now, if all the cars are gone, it's like 5 minutes. But.
Yeah. But no, so there's multiple mosques taken over down there, and they're trying to push Sharia law. It's happened in the UK. There's lots of crazy things happening right now.
See, and I don't mind them having a mosque. Like, I want people to understand that we are not saying, oh, we don't want them around at all. It's like, no, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that they are purposely coming over to take over everything.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. They're coming over. That's their plan. They want to get as many of them over here as they can. That's why they're building Epic City, and now they're calling it Epic City 2.0.
Right, because it got shut down.
Yeah. So they're coming over and they're building whole communities. And they're building these entire communities and naming all the streets after Islamic, I can't remember the word, but anyways, Islamic people that were important to them. Anyways, and they're doing that with the intent to take over our country and try to push Sharia law on the rest of the country and try to sway it to their direction. And I will say, the best way I can say this is they're trying to do this by overpopulation. I don't want to say that's not the right way to say that. They're trying to do it with population, and they're trying to do it politically. And so like the people they're allowing to live in the epic city that they're building. You have to be legally capable of buying property in the United States, and they're doing that on purpose. And you can only be a member, like if you are an unbeliever, you cannot live there. I see what they're doing, and there's been plenty of people going on social media showing where they've come across, oh, hey, this is they told us this is what they're coming to do, to take over our country like this.
Right.
And it's so far.
It does make you wonder why the DFW area.
It's because I can tell you why. It's because it's huge.
Well,
so if you came to a small town and you did that in a small town.
Yeah. Well, you running around in your pajamas, everyone knows.
Right, yeah. Well, you're gonna get noticed pretty quick. You're a small town. You're coming to try to do this in a small town. I mean, if the small town has a 5,000 or 6,000 people population, even if you showed up with 5,000 or 6,000 people, I bet they don't let you.
Right.
That's a pretty small population. But when you do that in somewhere as big as Dallas, Fort Worth, there's so many other things going on that it's like, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. And now it's like, oh, no. Look what's happening that we've overlooked.
I was thinking, and this isn't a terrorist joke, but I was thinking it because of the airport, because it's an international airport.
And it could be. That could be part of it.
Then you can have your friends come over, slide in, and then you have a certain party that can buy property that are legal Americans.
Yeah.
Can buy property, and then they just take over in that area.
Right. Well, it's insane.
But they're also talking about like having it where you can't drive through it unless you're Muslim. You can't be anywhere near there unless you're Muslim. And that's where the government says, wait a minute.
They're even trying to go and change school board rules. There was a lady here in Texas. I don't remember her name or the town. Sorry, I've been reading a lot. but she came on the news and spoke about it and showed where they had, come up and, said, this is the demands we want. They don't want us to celebrate Thanksgiving. They don't there's a lot of things. They're like, you can't teach our kids Thanksgiving. You can't teach them about the Mayflower. You can't teach them. And they're trying to change it. They're doing their best. There was even a teacher who, I don't know who it is. It didn't say who it was. But shame on you, lady, took her school kids from her class to a mosque so they could learn about Islam. And the Islamic guys taught the little girls what they were supposed to wear and the little boys what they were supposed to wear and got them all to pray. And there was one little boy, and bless his heart, that was all over the news. That one little boy was like, no. And he stood up while all these other kids were like, well, we're going to do what the teacher says. And he was like, nope, that ain't my God.
Right.
Pray to your God.
The question is, did she take the kids to a Catholic church, to a Presbyterian church?
I bet not.
I bet not. That would be different. But again, and this is where my pet peeve is. Why are the schools teaching my kids religion? I should be the one teaching my kids.
Right. And I will say that is a fine line to sit underneath, but I'm with you. I agree.
I mean, I would love for the prayer to be in school and people reading out of the Bible like it used to be. I would love that.
I support that. I also support the 10 Commandments being in there, and there's a lot of people that'll look over and be like, well, what's wrong with them going to a Muslim school? Have you looked up Sharia law? Have you actually, because I mean, if you just look up the basic summarization of it, well, it may not sound too bad, but when you really dig into it, there's a lot bad, and it's totally wrong. I don't understand how women's rights activists aren't jumping up and going, negative, Ghost Rider.
Right.
Where are those ladies right now?
Right. But I get it, because if I look at it as a Muslim person or a Hindu person or even a Catholic person that doesn't partake in parts of the Presbyterian churches, being offended. So I get that. But at the end of the day, it's not your teacher's job to teach my kids morals or teach my kids about God or about finance. That's my job.
Yeah.
All the stuff outside, I think teachers should teach math, reading, the basics. Teach that. And then my kids come home and I teach them how to be a good person.
Yeah. Dude, I just know this whole thing is super frustrating, and they have built so many mosques, and they are flooding in here. I don't have a problem with people coming to our country. I don't have a problem with people coming to our country the right way. I have a problem with people coming over here illegally. But if you want to come over here the right way, I'm all for it. But when you get here, this is America.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you,
But you go
this,
to be an American. You didn't come over here to make America to what you're fleeing.
Exactly. Yeah. Literally. Well, and I wouldn't call them fleeing. They're coming over here with a purpose. But
Right.
we don't want to be a third world country. You want to know what a third world country looks like? Go look at their country.
Yeah.
And there's a reason it's that way. And they're coming over here and they're bringing third country rules and third country laws, and they're like, oh, yep, this is how this is going to go here.
So, yeah, I
that
know,
doesn't fly.
I know a
And
lot of people have a problem with the Sharia law, but I don't even know what all the Sharia law is.
Well, I couldn't give you all of it right now because we would be here a while.
Right. Right.
So I will give a summarization.
Okay.
And we'll touch. I say let's touch base on some of the things, especially a lot of the more concerning things. But there's a lot of concerning in it, so there's no way I could cover it all. But there, like I kind of did some homework on this, man, and it's insane. It's not what we need here. Yeah, that this country was founded on freedom of religion, freedom of speech, the right to bear arms. But again, freedom of religion, not I'm bringing my religion here, and you have to follow it.
Right.
Now, a lot of people look over and be like, well, what about Christianity? Well, number one, I hate to break it to you, but that is the one true God. Number one. I'm going to say that first. I don't care who feels what about that.
But that's what that law was about. It wasn't about coming over here to
yeah. And
to worship anything other than God.
Yeah. And on the same note, we're not telling you have to worship God.
Right.
You have the right not to. It's not a good choice. I mean, you make your own decisions.
It's not like we're going to kill you for it.
Yeah. Not like what their religion teaches. So, I'm not. Their religion teaches. That's one of the things it teaches. It teaches to kill non-believers. We're not going to kill you over it.
Right.
Now, there are people that will argue and be like, what about the Crusades? Yeah, you know what?
That was then, this is now.
Yeah, it's 100%. And you can take things out of context and say whatever you want. You can pick and choose things out of the Bible and make it sound terrible.
But, now, if you look at it, that's the blessing of God.
Yeah.
That I've done all this in my past.
Yeah.
And then I can create a relationship with God. And I am redeemed once I know Jesus and I confess to Jesus.
Well, it'd be like if I said, when I say people could pick and choose and make it sound bad, because you can, man.
Oh yeah,
it's
so
like
easy.
if you look for answers hard enough, you'll find what you want to find.
Yeah.
But whether it's true or not, but it'd be like if I said, "Hey man, I'm not gonna," or if I said, "Hey man, someone's robbing that store. We should do something." But all you heard was, "Hey, man, someone's robbing that store." You can make it sound real bad. Because you could totally look over and be like, "Well, why aren't you doing something?" Yeah. It's right. It's so dumb, man. God, this whole thing frustrates me. But I will definitely give you all an explanation. I wrote some stuff down here, some explanation and some keynotes on Sharia law, because that's like, bro. All right, here we go. I looked some stuff up. I wrote some stuff down that I wanted to talk about, or at least give explanation of. So Sharia law is the body of Islamic religious law derived from the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. It functions, or so they say, as a moral code and the legal framework. Now, pay attention to that word, legal framework. It's going to matter in a minute. Guiding everything from daily prayer to personal finance. However, traditional interpretations heavily conflict with modern human rights and democratic values. All right. Again, remember I said the legal framework, Sharia law.
Right.
I feel like the word at the end of that should say, hey, they're trying to change laws. All right. Let's start with harsh corporal punishments. Traditional Sharia law prescribes extreme draconian punishments for certain crimes. These include stoning for adultery, amputation of hands for theft, and flogging for offenses like blasphemy or consuming alcohol. All right. Now, you remember whenever I said, why aren't the women standing up?
Well, see, that all sounds...
I'm going to the next part.
That all sounds like the Moses laws, the Mosaic law.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally down for. I'm sorry, but if you steal something and someone chops your arm off, the next guy's going to really think about stealing.
Yeah, that's true. But if a kid steals a piece of gum from the store, are you going to cut that kid's hand off?
No, you go to the dad.
Come on,
I'm
bro.
joking.
I know
I'm
you're
joking.
joking. That's
That
a
was a
terrible joke.
joke.
That's a terrible joke.
But,
Anyways,
but that's
I
the
do get what
thing.
you're saying. We should have some.
If you look at the Mosaic laws, they have a lot of laws similar to that.
They do. I will agree. All jokes aside, they do. But that's the Mosaic law.
But thank God we don't live under the Mosaic law anymore.
That's right. Jesus came and that law is gone.
So
Anyways,
where does it differ from the Mosaic law to the Islamic law?
well, hold on. I got way more to read.
Well,
we
get
can
on
get
it.
into that in a minute.
Get on it.
So, all right. This is where I was talking about for women, where I'm like, why are the women not standing up? Okay. I don't understand this because there's so many women that are being quiet about it. And now there are a few that are standing up, but I feel like, dude, we should have there should be women in the streets going negative.
They don't have the time.
Anyways, so inequality and restrictions on women. You ready for this?
Yes.
In traditional interpretations, women face systematic inequality, such as unequal inheritance rights, limitations on legal testimony, and requirements to live under strict male guardianship. In some regions, it also dictates extreme dress codes enforced by law. I know that if I told my wife what she had to wear, I would probably be in a lot of trouble. And I know that I understand that there are I understand that your wife is going to call you and be like, hey, or not. Well, I say call you, probably look at you and be like, hey, what do you think of this outfit? But it's your wife, and no matter what you say, she may or may not agree with it, and that's okay. But by their law, it is enforced by law. There are extreme dress codes.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No, it's not. And then you end up, here we go. We got persecution of minorities and apostates. Okay.
What does apostate mean?
That's a really good question. Yeah. I'll read this and it'll probably help you. You ready?
Yeah.
Under strict Sharia codes, non-Muslims are often treated as second-class citizens and face restrictions on practicing their faith publicly or building places of worship. Additionally, leaving Islam is legally punishable by death in several traditional interpretations. If you and I know that we're sitting here saying, "Hey, no, I don't think you should be building a bunch of mosques and taking over America." But if you take away the right, if they turn around and they say, oh, well, we can't have churches here anymore. The next step is, oh, hey, you can't pray here anymore. And the next step is, hey, you can't talk about God anymore. And the next step is you have to follow Sharia law. I see a huge problem with that. Now, I know they can turn around and they can say, oh, well, what are y'all doing to us? Well, we're not trying to take over anything, and we're not threatening to kill you. If you don't follow our religion. And it gets so much worse.
And see, the sad thing is that's happening in the UK right now.
It is. 100%. And Canada just banned something. I don't remember. It was a public display of Christianity. I think maybe I misquote. So. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
All right. So then we can step on to the next piece that I want to bring up. It says violent extremists and holy war. Now, I will tell you, I don't think every Muslim on the planet is a violent extremist. But I will tell you, if you're Muslim and you follow Sharia law, yeah.
I've heard that they have different variations of it.
It says while mainstream mainstream Muslims, while they reject terrorism. By the way, it says they reject terrorism.
So
but
did Iran.
Most of their stuff they teach is like terrorism in some form.
Right.
But it says, well, this is the one that I popped up on Google. It says, while mainstream Muslims reject terrorism, radical interpretations of Sharia law have been weaponized by extremist groups to justify militant jihad, violence against unbelievers. the subjugation of civilian populations. Bro, and that's not even the worst of it. Have you looked into anything about their rules on marriage?
No, I
Bro. Okay, hold on.
I looked into the Quran for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then I laughed and went like, yeah, I'm not.
It's super dumb. All right.
Because in the Quran it says, hey, if I don't answer your questions, go read the Bible because they might know.
All right. Now this I straight up pulled up on the internet. You can look this up yourself. Okay? You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I typed in, I said, at what age can a man marry a child under Sharia law? Okay? That's what I put in. You ready?
Yeah.
Under traditional Sharia Islamic law, there is no fixed minimum age for marriage. Instead of a specific age, the defining factor is puberty or physical maturity and guardianship. The specific rules depend on the gender of the child. Number 1, marrying a female child. I hate saying that. I'm sorry.
Right,
It makes me very upset. The rule, classical jury procedure. I don't know how to say that word. Classical jurisprudence. Jurisprudence. I don't know how to say that. Anyways, classical jurisprudence allows a father or paternal grandfather to arrange a marriage for a prepubescent daughter at any age. But it says consummation. That's the next part. While the marriage contract can be formed at any age, traditional Sharia generally dictates that the marriage cannot be consummated until the girl has reached puberty and is physically fit for marital relations. Number 2, marrying a child. Similarly, a father or guardian can contract a marriage for a minor son before he reaches puberty. The marriage contract is valid, though the boy would not be expected to assume the financial and physical responsibility of a husband until he reaches maturity. Dude, it makes me so angry. And so then it gets down here into like important distinctions. It says consent in the most classical Islamic schools of thought. The guardian can contract this marriage for a virgin girl without her consent. However, the Hanafi school allows the girl to repudiate. I don't know what that word means. Repudiate the marriage upon reaching puberty. Oh, probably to cancel it, but I don't know. Anyways. I don't know if that's what that means, but we should look it up. National laws, while traditional Sharia does not specify any age, nearly all Muslim majority countries have enacted civil family laws that set a minimum age for often 16 to 18. These national laws generally take precedence over the classical however you say their word. That's their word when it comes to the legal registration of marriage. I'm confident when they're saying that, when they say Muslim majority countries, I'm confident they're talking about like, even though it says Muslim majority, it's Google, so someone made this. And so I'm confident they're probably just trying to explain away it happening in places like America and be like, wait, but the legal age is 18 here.
Right.
Like it makes me so mad. And there's so many, you can see so many crazy things online where in other countries they're marrying these little girls to grown men. And then to hear that their law is like, oh, well, once you reach puberty. Well, David, we both have little girls.
Right.
You know, like we know
you can
what
try
age
to take my daughter.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to use the United States law. And we'll see who comes out first here in America. Yeah,
absolutely. 100%. Because I think about that, and I think about, like, with my kid, there is no way. Absolutely not. And I'm sorry.
Have you heard?
I refuse to stand up for, stick up for, or support anything that supports that.
Have you heard some of the arguments that they have? They say, well, back in the day, just recently, people were dating underage. And I'm like, yeah, but they were also dying at 37, I mean, their life was like the life of a fly.
Yeah.
You know, like, I get it, but now, no.
Well, even then, it was wrong then. It just wasn't capable of. I don't know that it was capable of being policed as well.
Right.
But
Well, and the thing
my
is-
point being, no child. You see these videos of these children, and they're being drugged, screaming and crying.
Yeah.
They don't want that.
No,
You know, and
nobody
they're
wa-
being told you have
nobody
to
wants
marry
that.
this guy. No.
Married this old geezer.
Yeah, that stuff makes me so angry.
Yeah.
And then you have idiots that are like, no, we got to support this, and I'm like, oh yeah, what about when it's your kid?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Negative Ghost
Well,
Rider,
yeah.
and they're like, if you dig into their laws, it gets so much worse. But to get away from that and get back onto the topic of what they're doing, they are literally coming over here to take over our country.
Right.
That is, I'm not going to say all of them, but the majority of them. That's why they're building Epic City. That's why they had the issue with the water park. Like their attempt is to come over here. That's why they're planning it out where they're like, oh, you can totally live in Epic City, but you have to be here the right way so that you can buy this land. So we can try to take more and more and more land from them and create our own community that is massive so that eventually we can push our laws. They've attempted to enact Sharia law in several places, and it's gotten so bad that our governor had to put a stop to it and say, hey, no. Sorry,
Right.
I just signed this bill into place where Sharia law is banned in Texas. Just because he signed that is awesome. That makes me really happy, but it doesn't mean it won't happen.
Right.
That's what worries me. It's like when people say have the gun argument. Well, yeah, but if you made guns illegal, how the criminals wouldn't get them. Keyword criminal, stupid.
Right. Well, and with that, I had to have a license to gun. So that criminal that's about to break the law, it's like, oh, well, I guess I go home.
Yeah, right.
You know,
yeah,
like,
no, yeah.
no, the law-abiding citizen is the one that's getting taken advantage of.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy that you're trying to defend is now being hardened.
Yeah.
Because you support criminals. I'm sorry, but
it is.
you
And it-
support criminals.
This whole thing goes back to not just trying to stop them from taking over our country, but it also takes me to the place which we've already talked about in a prior podcast. We have to protect our children.
Oh, yeah.
That's our job. And when things like this are being allowed, at what point does it start affecting our children? And soon it will if it's not stopped. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also, we don't want it to affect our future generations. I'm sure people have heard this before, and I don't care how this sounds. Like, you hear people, say, don't come over here in California, my Texas. I totally get it. Don't come over here and Muslim my Texas.
Right.
Like, I hate to break it to you. This
Now-
is Texas.
Now, with that being said, you can celebrate your holidays, and
Yeah.
we will try to accommodate to an extent.
But you're going to follow our
Right.
laws.
That's
You're going to
just like
follow
we-
our laws.
we
You're not going to change our
celebrate-
schools.
we celebrate Cinco de Mayo here,
Yeah.
and we're totally cool with that. But that doesn't mean that we have American law. But if you're part of the Hispanic community, you have your own laws. No,
Yeah, it's not how that works.
No,
Yeah.
That's my problem with communities. Like, every time I hear it on the news that, well, the black community is voting this way, the Hispanic, and I'm like, you're segregating people. Like,
Yeah.
you are doing that racist thing that you're talking about.
Well, and
it bothers me.
And I'm going to tell you, I 100% call this an invasion. I think this is an
Yeah.
invasion on a political scale. On a population and political scale is what I think this is.
Right, because they're not coming here and just taking jobs. They're coming here to go on school boards,
Yeah.
city council. They're
Yeah.
working their way up.
Yeah, and they're trying to build a city. We have to, and it sucks because if it I was talking to a buddy of mine about this yesterday, and if this would have been caught, or not yesterday, it was a couple. I don't know. Anyways, maybe it was last week. It's been a long week. I was talking to him, and he made a statement which I agree with. He said, it sucks because if it would have been caught way sooner, this would be way easier. But now it's being caught way later, and it's gotten really big, which means it's going to be really hard.
I blame weak leaders,
I can't disagree with you.
and we have all this weakness, and that's what our president's been dealing with is the aftermath of weak leaderships and weak policies.
Yeah.
And so,
well, and it's funny too. Who was that? I totally, I didn't think about this earlier, but what was that lady the mayor of? She was just spying for China, apparently, and got caught.
I have none.
I think she was a mayor, some sort of city mayor, city official. And if I remember right, you know what? Let's look it up.
See, this is, again, I don't think that foreign countries should be putting in money into our political campaigns.
Right.
100%. Because, China got you in your office, so now you just tell them this and that. Or this policy comes out, well, that's different.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to use the voice text because I'm lazy. In what city was the person who just got caught spying for China a mayor? Make sure I'm right. Let's see.
Denver.
What was it? She says, Eileen, I don't know how to say that, Wang, was charged and agreed to plead guilty in federal court to acting as an illegal agent for China, was the mayor of Arcadia, California. We have things like that are happening all the time.
I would never have thought of that happening in California.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. It's well, I know what you're getting at there because it is a joke, but like I'm just saying it's insane what's going on in our country and people just turn a blind eye. Oh, it'll be all right, it's fine.
Well, and that's the problem. We've all turned our blind eye, and then when it affects us, we blame others. And it's like, okay, here's again, like I said in previous podcasts, here's the blueprint. We start stepping up. We start becoming leaders in our community. We start going to the schools and we start doing outreach programs. We don't just sit in our room, stare at the TV and just cuss at it.
Right.
We actually go out there in the name of God, in the name of love, and we keep it the way we want it. And 100%. When there's something that we get revealed like, hey, that's pretty bad. Well, let's change it. But it has to be going from bad to good, not bad to worse or good to bad.
Yeah.
That's my only problem with the Sharia law. It's like you said, I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with them cutting hands off for stealing stuff. But like you said, well, what if it's a child that's just hungry? That's where America steps in and says, let's have a due process.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, did he steal it? That's one of those things. Did he steal it or did he not? But then,
even at that, like, I don't think people should get their hands cut off for stealing. I don't think that at all. I think you should definitely get in trouble, but I wouldn't say anybody should get their hand cut off for stealing, whether it was a child or an adult.
Right.
I don't think that at all. I have to 100% disagree with you. I will say my biggest argument for that would be a child. If Grace, your youngest, got caught stealing a piece of bubble gum in the store,
right?
Like negative Ghost Rider, she needs to be in trouble for that. I don't think she needs to have a missing hand.
But here's the problem with all of that. She doesn't have a voice in Sharia law.
That's true.
And if she's just walking in the neighborhood and someone took it, but she was there, oh well, it's got to be her.
Yep.
There's no law that protects her. I have to come in and state what can I do to her?
Yeah.
And they say, go cut your daughter's hand off. And because I'm under Sharia law, I do it. She has no say.
Yeah.
And technically I have no say. Because am I going to defy their God, their law? Then I'm killed.
Yeah.
And that's where, love it or hate it, that's what I love about America, is that my daughter has a voice.
Yep. I agree.
Not just my voice, but she has a voice too.
Yep.
And that we can actually go to the court and say, no, I was there, but I didn't take anything. Where's your proof that I took it?
Yeah.
That's where the due process is. That's why America is amazing. Whether you're right or wrong, you have that ability to state your case.
Yep.
But under the Sharia law, you have no, especially if you're a woman, you have no say at all.
Yeah. Well, and that's why, like I said, back to going to, I don't understand how the women aren't jumping up and down,
Right.
and yelling in the streets and going, "We got to stop this," And I
That's like the homosexual people that are right there with them, protesting for them, and it's like, they want to kill you, right? They want to kill you worse than they want to kill me.
Yeah, but you're standing up, going, "I got your back, bro." Yeah, and it frustrates me, and I also can't. There's so many things about it that I can't get with, and I just, and one of the biggest things is the able to marry children.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
just
sorry,
disgusting.
negative. Like, I will never get with that. Never will.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. I don't like y'all can get on with that. That will never be allowed in this country. There's
Right.
no way.
No.
It just the whole thing frustrates me and irks me and upsets me. But on a lighter note,
Yes, we have an update,
we do have an update. Let's hear it.
and I'm claiming it.
All right. It's all your fault, David.
A while ago, we had a podcast about how everything is colorless, that everything's gone gray and white, and all the big businesses is like an office. There's there's no design, no anything. Well, there's a new CEO of Pizza Hut, and he is retrofitting several of the stores. He's brought back the 90s nostalgic theme of Pizza Hut.
Yep.
So the red cups, the actual restaurant seating area with the checkered placemats. He's even brought back Pac-Man on the table Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now let's retrofit the price to back in the 90s, where I could feed my family with 2.5 pizzas for $20.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
let's go back to that.
Yeah. Instead of here's $25.99 for your one
Right.
medium-sized
Pay
pizza.
pay $12 for chicken nuggets. And I heard someone say that he's bringing back the salad bar, and I'm like, man, that's what I'm talking about.
That's where it's at, bro.
But when we were kids, that Pizza Hut was a Domino's was the takeout king.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted pizza to come to you, you went to Domino's.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But Pizza Hut was like you combed your hair because you're going to the restaurant. Pizza Hut, Remember that? Go comb your hair. We're going out. Oh.
Yeah.
Do I need to change my shirt? Yes. Don't take a bath. Just wipe your arms and comb your hair. Let's go. We're going to Golden Corral.
I don't care. I love Golden Corral today, bro. I wish we still had Golden Corral here.
But the problem is they're too high.
They are high, but it's worth it. I love Golden Corral. I could eat my weight in their macaroni and cheese,
Right.
bro.
See, and here's my hot take on food.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't mind the uppricing. Like, I get it. Everything's... So why is my hamburger a third of the size that it was?
There it is.
Like, you can keep the price that it used to be and give me that pathetic-looking, depressed
Right, yeah.
burger, Like, I'm okay with that.
Dude, I tell you what, man.
But if you give me this, like, you put an extra patty on the little small bun that my child still gets hungry after eating,
Yeah.
okay.
I tell you what, though, like that makes me laugh because you go to places like Triple T. I want to say shout out to Triple T Grill.
Triple T, man.
I love their burgers. They have, I don't care what anybody says, that is the best mushroom Swiss burger in our town.
Yeah, hands down.
But it's like super expensive.
Right. But
And it's like a hole in the wall little burger joint.
But you
it's good.
get the experience and you get good food and their fries are incredible.
Their fries are incredible. They have really good fries.
Yeah. I'll even eat them, and I'll go this far. Even when they're burned, they're good.
Yeah.
And that's saying something.
Dude, their cheese sticks are good. Yeah. Dude, it's so funny because they're randomly placed in a neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
But they're so good.
And see, I would love to see more mom and pop stops come in.
Oh, I agree.
And what's great about that is you go in there and it's like you're walking back in the 70s. Like they haven't upgraded anything in there. Probably some of the food machines in the back, I think they've upgraded, put a new stove. They probably have to. But But I love it. You go in there and you just sit down. Some old person's up there and they're going to talk to you. You know, it's like, it's that, yeah.
Dude, there's a hole in the wall restaurant in the middle of nowhere. I don't remember where because I'd only been there twice. But whenever I was working for a company that I won't name on here, but I was working for a company and I was driving truck and I was going to different mines and, you know, doing work up there. And then leaving those mines, when you leave the mine and you and I think that one was out by the gypsum mine, but don't quote me. Anyways.
Anywho.
The guy,
Milwaukee?
I don't remember. Anyways, so the guy that was the blaster at the time that we were doing the delivery for, really nice guy. He knew about this little restaurant. And I swear to you, you roll up on this restaurant, there is nothing around it but it. Like, you look to your left, and there's like trees and grass and some rocky hills. And then you look to your right, and there's that restaurant. But you look around it in all directions, and there is nothing.
Nice.
But you go in there, and it's the same thing. It's a little mom and pop thing. This little lady will come up to you, and they don't have like fancy glasses or anything. She's got some cups that you know she probably bought at the dollar store, which is totally fine. And she comes out, hey, you know, how you doing? And she'll talk to you, and she'll be like, so, you know, what do y'all have today? And I asked when we walked in, you know, oh, hey, you know, what do they got here? And they're like, well, I mean, usually burgers. It's like, got it.
Right.
Which I love burgers. So that, you know, I'm a fat guy. I love burgers. But yeah, dude, you go in there and it's so nice. You know, real, like, straight up homemade sweet tea. They'll make that, you know, they'll either bring you a bag of chips or some fries or something, or, you know.
Right.
And your burger, and you can, you know, pick how you want your burger. But it's crazy. You go in there, and it almost doesn't look like a restaurant when you walk in. The building, you won't know it's a restaurant unless you stop. I'm telling you that right now.
It's a house.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
And so then you go in, and there's this. It's a pretty good sized room, and there's like 4 tables in there total that you can go sit at, and then you can see the oven and everything they're cooking on.
Right.
But it was good food. It was nice. I liked it, but it makes me laugh.
But did they have pies?
You know, I doubt it. I didn't ask.
I want to go to one. Have you ever gone to one of those old school diners
Oh, I've been to a bunch of them.
that have like the homemade pies?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Get a Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, sweet tea.
So we just went for, dude, we just went
Some pie.
We just went for a
I'm
motorcycle ride.
No,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
really hungry.
Dude, like a couple weeks ago, me and my preacher and his dad and a buddy of mine from our men's fellowship and one of my best friend and his dad. Well, we all went for a ride, and we went to a place and we stopped there and we ate lunch. And we all, dudes, they have homemade pies, and so we ate some pie, and they have like all kinds of pies. And I'm a fat kid, so I ate like a Reese's cup pie.
Oh,
And-
nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, Blue's dad took home like shout out Blue if you hear us, by the way. Dude, he goes and he tells the lady, he's like, hey, so can I get like a slice of every kind of pie that you could fit in like one pie thing? And she's like, yeah. And we're like, how you gonna haul that home? And he's on a gold wing. He's like, I'm gonna put it in a tour pack. And we're like, bro, that thing's gonna be like melted and ruined by the time you get it home. He's like, we'll see. Sure enough, it made it all the way home.
Hey.
Hey.
And I guarantee he probably made a pot of coffee and sat down and ate a little bit of all of them.
I'm sure. He told us, he was like, I'm taking this pie home. It was good.
Right?
It was really good, man. We ate like fat kids.
That's what we should do. We should open up a pie shop. Just
I would
sell
totally
pies.
open a pie shop with you.
Yeah, we could do hamburger, pot pie. Hamburger pot pie, chicken pot pies, but then have like all the different crazy pies. Let's do it.
We could call it Two Guys Pies.
No, that'd be cool. Open up a pie place. Sell pies and coffee. I'll be down.
Pies
I'll be
and
as
coffee.
big as a house though, because I got a sample.
Yeah. we
Do the finger wiggling. You walk. Hey.
we would never be able to walk again. We'd work there for 6 months and need wheelchairs.
2 guys, 2 scooters, and pies. You want some pie? I might have some left in the bag. Well, I think we're about that time.
We are about that time, sir. You want to pray us out?
No, you're going to pray us
Oh,
out.
it's my turn to pray us
Yeah.
out. All right. Lord, thank you for letting us gather here today and have this wonderful conversation, Lord. We pray that you watch over us, watch over our families, and watch over the world, man. And we pray that that what's going on in our country right now gets squashed and taken care of, Father. We pray that you lead somehow, get these people to see the light and see you, Lord. For it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.